Update. Okay. Today, what's happened? I've had a phone call from the agent this morning after I had to phone her first to remind her because she didn't call last night. So when she did ring up, she said, "Oh, she didn't see the message that I sent her because the email was right at the bottom." Because I think in Gmail, I think what it is when you send an email to someone, you get an accumulation of your conversation with that person, so you don't start an actual new email. I don't know if anybody knows out there how to write a single email in Gmail without accumulating all the other emails so it gets confusing. Please do let me know. But anyhow, she said she didn't see it. But so we had a bit of a conversation, a brief one, going over everything I said in my email. And she basically got me to repeat everything I said in my email to her. And she said she's going to be looking out for work for me. So that's kind of plus. So hopefully there should be something coming in and I should be earning shortly. So, I'm really hoping that that happens. Um, on the ministry side front, I'm just going to say, well, basically, I'm having a couple of issues. Um, One is very much about bank accounts and things like that. I I asked the bank to actually ring me back. Hang on, sorry, I'd arranged an online appointment with the bank, and they like phone call with the bank, and they said they'd call me back in 24 hours because that's their policy. I did say to him, could you make sure you don't call me between a certain time and a certain time? And bang on, they did it just like they did last time, call me right in the middle of something. And so I said, could you call back a bit later? So they said they're going to call back a bit later. So it's going to be interesting to see if I actually hear from them again. Now, on a plus side, I'm trying to very much sort out the social media aspect, getting it more clear and streamlined in terms of the ministry, and how I want it to operate on the UK side, because I'm finding things are a little bit strange. Like I'm connecting to things I feel I should be connecting to and what I should be connecting to. I'm not sort of right getting there. So yeah, so that's that. But the rest of the day, I hopefully intend to review notes from last night's session I had with one of my partners, and also a very um, messed up session I had with another one of my associates last night. But in any event, I took some notes down with some pretty interesting words. And today, the rest of the day is obviously going to be obviously spent monitoring, preparing, sorting things out. Again, I'm having challenges with sitting quietly and logically, chronologically, methodically, sorry, going through what it is I need to do. So I need to get disciplined on that. So that's an issue I really need to do. So that's something I'm having a problem with. But um, yeah, I shall persevere with that. But that's the status quo at the moment. I had a bit of a strange start to the morning. Again, negative energy up above my head, and I didn't like it. And the pain or that strain on my right side is still there. So that's currently what's happening with me at the moment. But on a plus side, I don't know, plus side, yes, I had my cycle. It started, and I've gone through what appears to be 5 days. It's quite heavy to start with, but for those of you who know that I've got fibroids, and they're quite huge, some of them were quite huge. I don't know if they've reduced in size, but I doubt it because my tummy's still quite bloated. But I know it's because of water, because I do drink a lot of water. But anyhow, I had a pretty heavy cycle these past few days. But on the plus note is on the fifth day, usually it's about really heavy for 5 days, which is quite right, and today will be the fifth day. It's slowed down quite considerably. Um, so I feel that the number of days of the heaviness, I don't know if it's because of my methods of changing, of how many times I'm changing my sanitation, but the number of days of heaviness seems to be lessening. So I think I'm a day less of really heavy heaviness. So that's a change. That's an improvement in a sense. So yeah, it looks like that's slowing down in a funny sort of way. It's still quite heavy, but it's slowing down. And yeah, so for those who want to know about how I'm getting on with my cycle and stuff like that. I still am quite tired. I feel very, very tired, very sleepy. Um, Obviously, my diet has deteriorated, obviously, through my financial situation and everything like that. So that's obviously an issue. Um, but I'm going to persevere and, and see what happens. And yeah, I'm just hoping that something does come through for me to do. I am very much committed to Vine Ministry UK. I'm very much committed to serving on this ministry. I'm very committed to doing the Bible study class. I do really want to do it, but I feel I need the Lord's direction in terms of that, because I see how I struggle daily with sitting and concentrating, and this pain on my head, in my head on the right side, is not. It's not even. Sometimes it's a pain. It's more like a circulation and a pressure, and it's like a tension, and it is very, very hard to concentrate, and it's like I feel like I need to rest in order to just relieve it. And then I do that, and then I find that something else has come up, and then I find that I'm involved with things, and I get sidetracked, so that's not really good. And I know it's always strategically times I want to really spend with God and stuff like that. I find I get interrupted, and that's not very good, because the whole thing is to develop a personal relationship, which I encourage everybody to do, as well as my own self, to have that personal relationship, that personal alone time with God, because everybody needs that alone time. It's your God-given right, and anybody who interrupts that is definitely trying to stop you for some reason, and that's not really healthy. And and it's not a really considerate thing. People do that, so yeah. So it's kind of important, God comes first, everybody, and stay focused on your journeys, stay focused on your purpose, what his purpose is for you in your life. Listen out carefully. I must admit, I am having problems at the moment hearing. I've been listening and hearing, trying to hear him, and I'm having problems hearing that knowing voice, that voice. But yes, it could be because of the tension and the fact I'm just not relaxed, and I've had a lot of disruptions. So yeah, I'm just persevering and staying with the program, in a sense of pretty much staying committed. So yes, I'm gonna get around to doing the Bible study preparation. Be interesting to see what I come up with on that day. It may be that I don't know really what's going to happen, but yeah, I'm going to just keep persevering. Okay, so stay blessed, everybody, and that's it for today, I think. Okay, I'm going to give you an update tomorrow. Love you all. Bye.